This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by Thrillist. Is a new Apple TV coming just in time for the holidays? Is Sony starting their own TV network? And what does this have to do with the BMW 5 Series? Why does my office suddenly look like a TV studio anyway? It's Techno Buffalo's Rumor Roundup. Hey, what is going on, everybody? From the Revision 3 studios in sunny San Francisco, California. It actually is sunny today. Welcome to Techno Buffalo's Rumor Roundup. I'm Noah Kravitz, editor-at-large for Techno Buffalo, and this is the roundup for the week ending today, Friday, November 18th, 2011. This week's episode of Rumor Roundup is brought to you by our friends at Thrillist. It's TV, and some smartphones, so let's get right to it. First off, Amazon and Best Buy have both dropped the price of the current generation Apple TV by $10. $10 might not sound like all that much, but Apple almost never cuts prices on their products. What's going on? Well, if it's a clue, Amazon has also added the year 2010 to the end of the model name, Apple TV 2010. Does that mean there's a new model coming, Apple TV 2011 or 2012? Could be. There have been rumors since way back in the spring about a next generation Apple TV, not to be confused with the TV Apple is maybe making. You can check the old rumor roundups for more on that. But rumors about a new Apple TV with full 1080p HD video output, a dual-core A5 processor like the ones found in the iPhone 4S and the iPad 2, iCloud support, and 16 gigs of internal storage. Will this new Apple TV come in time for the holidays, if it comes at all? I don't know, that's why we call it a rumor roundup. But if you're interested in Apple TV and you like the old stuff, you can hit up Techno Buffalo for my 3-part series on how I turned an old Apple TV I got off of Craigslist into a $20 Mac running OS X Leopard. For real. Speaking of television, what in the world is Sony up to, and is it going to result in them basically starting their own web TV cable network? We reported on this before, but there's some more details to the story this week that have come out in some other media outlets worth updating you on. Apparently, Sony is in talks with several big media companies, including NBC Universal and News Corp. Why are they talking to them? Because they want to start a network that will direct stream live TV over the web to your PlayStation 3 or Sony TV or Blu-ray player. Now currently, Sony has a service called Video Unlimited, but that's all video on demand stuff. There's no live TV. This new service, according to reports, would be all about live TV. Sound crazy? Well, when you think about it, maybe not. First of all, Sony's been in the news lately talking about restructuring their TV division. They've been seeing all kinds of losses. You know, back when I was a kid, that's like way back when, Sony used to be the schnoz. They used to be it. I saved up my money to get a Sony Walkman. I took out a loan from my parents so I could buy it, and I carried that thing around everywhere. Nowadays, Sony, not what it used to be, but they're still a huge company with a lot of history. So them restructuring TV and doing some sort of brand new take on television could be pretty awesome. Also, bear in mind that there are currently over 18 million PS3s in the US alone. When you add to that Blu-ray devices and TV devices, you're getting up to a number near 22 million. Why is that important? Because Comcast has 22.4 million cable subscribers in the United States. Sony with their 18 million plus could be legit competition for Comcast and other cable networks. You know how you have that one friend who always hooks you up with cool new bands before anyone else has even heard of them? Well, Thrillist is like that, but for cool new stuff to do and places to go. Want to know about a Star Wars burlesque show, a beer garden that screens 80s flicks, or a new restaurant with a sushi robot? Then sign up for Thrillist, a free daily email that sifts through the crap to find the best new bars, restaurants, events, and services. Whatever it is, they promise it won't suck. Hit up Thrillist.com/Buffalo, and you'll start getting Thrillist's sweet knowledge right away. That's Thrillist.com/BUFFALO, Buffalo. And last but certainly not least, what does this have to do with BMW automobiles? Well, this is the Nokia Lumia 800 smartphone, a Windows Phone-powered device I've been playing with on loan from the folks at Nokia. Just launched, going to be coming out in the UK first and then the US later on. And earlier this week, the general manager of Nokia France, a man by the name of Paul Amselem, I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, sorry Paul, talked about some upcoming products on Nokia's roadmap. One of them was a high-end Lumia smartphone. In talking about this, he likened the current Lumias to, of all things, BMW cars. Maybe he read my Techno Buffalo gift guide where I listed a used 335 diesel as my if price is no object gift wish. Anyway, apparently the low-end Lumia 710 is like the BMW 3 Series. The 800, which I have here, is like the 5 Series. And the forthcoming phone, which will be coming soon, is like the high-end BMW 7 Series. So I don't know what to do, because like I said, I have a 3 Series on my gift list, but I want the high-end phone, and I want it to have a front-facing camera. Anyway, I'm a big fan of the Lumia so far. You can check out my impressions of the device as well as John Rettinger's full review over on Techno Buffalo. And you can also catch up on the stories about a rumored Lumia 800 with LTE support coming to AT&T in the United States. I don't know what this rumored high-end 7 Series-esque Lumia device would have to do with the Lumia 800 running LTE, and if you just bought a Lumia, which aren't even out yet in the United States, and you already heard that a higher-end device was coming, I don't know what you're going to think about that anyway, but that's not my problem because this is a rumor show. Also mentioned was a Windows 8 tablet coming from Nokia, and this one has a time frame, apparently, according to the general manager of Nokia France, June 2012. So whatever all of this means to Nokia's roadmap and that rumored champagne device and whatever else is going on, one thing you can count on for sure, Nokia's going to have a big presence at CES this coming January, which, it being the week before Thanksgiving in the US, is right around the corner. I got to get out of here so I can go get to work on my turkey. Before I do, I want to thank, once again, the folks at Rev3 for having me into the studio. I'm surrounded by internet TV history here. There's a TechZilla logo in the background. There's a Stormtrooper over on the console. I mean, this is where the magic happens. I'm just happy to be here. I also want to thank Thrillist for sponsoring this week's show, and a big shout out to our own Emily Price, who, coincidentally or not, reported on all the stories I talked about today, and then I got to come in front of the camera and just basically paraphrase her reporting. So Emily, good reporting. Thanks. You made my job easier. And as always, Techno Buffalo on Revision 3, 3 times a week. Ask the Buffalo, what's the apps? And oh man, I didn't do my shout. And Rumor Roundup, round them up! Woohoo! It's different in the studio, it echoes. On Fridays, most often with yours truly, Noah Kravitz. So once again, for Techno Buffalo, my name's Noah. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Where am I looking into, by the way? Is the prompter, where the copy is, that's the camera. Technology's crazy. It's so much easier with a teleprompter in front of a giant camera. So tell John R. that I need one of those in my house. All right? Yeah. Cool.